called Home, and it was written into a context. I was in a particular room, so the beginning of the poem kind of has reference to that, in case you would be confused. What's in a room? Well, this one's big and blue, filled with cushioned chairs placed in long, neat rows. Stairs leading up to a stage flooded with light, bright and orange. It's a room. But on closer inspection, I notice white marks pitted into the blue carpet where the black legs of chairs once stood. Those scars, stark reminders of the parallels in our history. Only the black legs of the removed belong not to chairs but to people, with skins too dark to remain within the parts of the country undergoing a violent lightning process. And so, like the chairs, they were moved somewhere out of view and only the scars remained. And they make me think of the way that history erases some and highlights others. And I think of the erasure of people like me, a whole generation that could have been but were deemed illegal through the Immorality Act. A people neither fully black nor fully white, but pieces of each that find themselves fighting it out, awkwardly figuring out how to reside side by side within their hosts, within me. I am an amalgamation of contradictions that have only recently truly learned to make peace with one another and acknowledge each other's value. Because diversity always increases complexity, and maybe it's the multiplicity of layers of sometimes opposing identities that make it difficult for me to see the world in black and white. Instead, I find myself teetering in between, taking my cues from the shades of gray, stutteringly finding a way to walk the line of uncertainty. Often wishing for the simplicity enjoyed by those who find themselves firmly planted on one side of an issue, unquestionably certain that their eyes see things right, and that those on the other side see things wrong. But my eyes do not work that way. My vision is more blurred, but more trained to see what's underneath the surface. A gift that at times feels like a curse, forcing me to abide in this uncomfortable in-between. A nomad, my only home nestled within my ribcage. For I am at once both oppressor and oppressed, colonizer and colonized, somehow disenfranchised within my own being. Birthed on African soil, but whisked away soon after to the land of Queen Elizabeth, only to return in 1995 once the legal aspects of apartheid had died. Yet the spirit managed to survive. And so did I, by denying the aspects of myself that were aligned with what society deemed as black, while embracing the sides they thought of as white. And so, as he had done externally in the years prior, the colonizer in me was victorious once more, inciting the worst kind of violence, that which is done against oneself. And the journey of picking up the broken shards and piecing them back together has been hard, but important, because wholeness is my inheritance, and my wholeness is the world's inheritance, for they will not benefit from a me at odds with myself. And I intend for my life to be a gift, one inevitably layered with complexity, mystery, uncertainty, but also the light, wonder, and hope that anyone finding themselves along that confusing spectrum of gray can hold onto and find themselves home.